final word.
The final word, man. Man, it's different now, for real. It's different. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, free agency is why we always say, you know, when we start doing mock drafts before free agency, it ain't gonna never make sense, because we can even see from the first 3 days that the draft strategy should be all the way different. What's your thoughts on that, D.M.V?
Yeah, bro, I think you're absolutely right. Like the mock drafts and stuff, it's cool, you know what I'm saying, to pass the time by during that time, but you know what I'm saying, the combine hits and then that free agency hits, and man, the whole landscape changes. So I'm excited to talk about it though.
Yeah. And then Tuck, we right on time for these running backs, man.
The final word.
Yeah, it's a conversation, man, because we got wiped out in free agency, so it looks like the Cowboys are going to have to hit. So we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to have some fun and, you know, do what we do best.
Yeah, it's going to be easy work tonight. And I'm starting to settle in a little bit. Candy, what you thinking about with these free agents and drafts? Candy might be still working on her sound.
The final word.
But yeah, no, this is a good time for us to talk about this. Is it any time to talk about these drafts? Because it's really no, you know, we got some free agents left, but it's the top shelf is gone.
As usual, man. As usual. So, but we're going to make it work.
Yeah. You really mean that?
The final word.
What, make it work? Make it work?
Yeah.
We gonna make it work as content creators. The Cowboys gonna do. I have, you know what I'm saying? I can, you know what I'm saying? I can make it work. I can patch the holes, but I'm not sure if they gonna do it. So we'll have to sit back and see. So.
Yeah, it's just putting pressure on Will McClay.
Right. Yeah, too much pressure.
As always though. Always though, bro. This is year in, year out. This ain't no different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just different players. That's all.
Yeah. Because right now, it's impossible to say if the draft was tomorrow, we definitely not even close to BPA.
Right. You gotta go need. Yeah. Need.
The final word.
And I'm gonna
terrible
say
position to be in. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead, boss.
No, you
terrible
good.
Position to be in though.
It is, because it's like I can see where we go reach. Yeah. I
already know the reach pick we about to do. I feel it. I just feel it in the Cowboys' blood. They gonna go tackle, but they gonna go the wrong side.
Ooh, you think they gonna go right, bro?
I just have this feeling. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like they're gonna say, you know what? It's gonna be a Mims or a Tyler Guyton sitting there.
Yeah.
And they gonna grab it. And they're going to say, well, you know, because they already kind of planted some seeds. Well, you know, kind of like with Tyron Smith, he was a right tackle converted to, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be I think that if I had to bet money right now, I think that's where they would lean. That's where they would lean.
It's a way for that to work, too. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick, it would probably go a little something like this.
That music back on my next show.
And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb. Oh.
Bringing it back, man. Bring that music back. I'm fine, man.
Ball's been grinding.
I will move down. The smart thing would be to move down, but the Cowboys historically don't.
Boss could be a trade down here with Justin. That's it. We got to trade. We got to trade. We got to trade.
I said it's the place to move.
We were just sitting here talking Justin Fields.
I said it loud and clear. This is the place to move down.
Go hard, or go home. Go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go.
I love Parsons as a rush defensive end, right? If you draft him and you put him on the end, turn him into another DeMarcus Ware. Let him rush the quarterback, get upfield, and create damage to the other opposing offense.
We got the pick.
Man, here it is.
We got the pick.
Yeah, this gotta be Parsons. Like, Parsons the best player available.
Go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now.
So the Cowboys just selected Jake Ferguson with pick 129. Hey, I'm good. I love the pick. I love the player. I know that a lot of people will say that this is probably a reach. This is about where I had Jake Ferguson. Really solid player from Wisconsin. He can do all of it. He can block. He can run routes.
That's your tight end one right here,
baby. He can actually make people miss in the open field.
Have a race car like a Atari now. Car filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
Man, I be feeling that. I be feeling that every time. So
yeah, bro.
So obviously we had some stuff break out with Stephen Jones. I want to kind of cover that first because I just did a video and we go kind of freestyle this. And I know everybody kind of want to start with that first. But I'm getting a clue, y'all, and I want to see if y'all see it the same. It looked like Dak is breaking. Did y'all get that today? Let me just show you.
Yeah.
Let me just show you, and then we'll talk about it. Here we go. This is courtesy of John Machola.
The cap number, it's so overblown in a given moment because you have to look at a cap, what the situation is going to look like, not only this year but next year. When you have to, if you have to franchise because you're having a tough negotiation, not unlike we had with Dak 3 years ago. You've got to be able to account for all things. But no, I feel like we're able to cut and shoot. Dak's been willing to work with us. We've had great discussions about him and his contract. And he's all in on working with us about him and his contract. Dak's been willing to work with us. We've had great discussions. But no, I feel like we're able to cut and shoot. Dak's been willing to work with us. But no, I feel like we're able to cut and shoot. Dak's been willing to work with us. Dak's been willing to work with us. We've had great discussions about him and his contract. And he's all in on working with us, and we've had personal discussions with Dak as well. Personal discussions with Dak as well. So, other than that, that's about all we'll say about our negotiations with him. We want to keep those private, and won't
You
get
said
into
it all.
timelines or anything like that. But certainly a priority of ours.
Man,
Yeah, I see what you mean, bro.
he cracked.
I don't know, y'all.
But you know what, though? A lot of things change, man. A lot of things change when you got a baby on the way and stuff, man.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like maybe, he don't want to go through the whole long, drawn-out process or whatnot. Then you got all this other stuff that's going on, man. He's just probably trying to get it out the way, bro.
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly what I'm thinking. But Tuck, you see it different?
I kind of see it differently, bro. I mean, because one, we gotta take a lot of these media people with kind of a grain of salt, right? Because what last week Jane Slater reported that there's been no conversations, and there was reports that there was no conversation about the contract. So what's really changed? And we got to also factor in it's Stephen Jones talking at the podium, so he can't say we've had no contract talks with Dak Prescott thus far. So he can't say that publicly. And Dak doesn't strike me as having public negotiations with the Joneses on his own. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know really what to believe. Do I think he's cracking? Absolutely not. I don't think he's cracking because he has all the leverage.
Yeah.
I think Dak has all the leverage, and kind of just reading some of the tea leaves from kind of what Tad's kind of saying and different things. Now, maybe they're moving the needle forward is getting the deal done, but I don't think that it's Dak cracking. If I had to say anyone's going to crack in this situation, is going to be Jerry and Stephen Jones to just get the deal done, because they know ultimately it's going to be best for the team. Because just like Stephen said, you got to think about things next year and not having a franchise tag and different things like that. So if anyone's going to crack, I think it's going to be the Joneses. So I don't know what to read into, because it's just Stephen Jones at the podium at South by Southwest is talking, tongue in cheek. Is there any truth or validity to it? I highly doubt it. But we'll find out. But I don't think that Dak is cracking.
I'll explain why I think he's cracking. It's just a second. What's your thoughts on it, Candy?
I couldn't really say right now, but I kind of agree with the D.M.V. that, things change, and right now I don't want to say that he's cracking, but he's probably considering everything that's at stake. And then as the quarterback, as the leader of the team, if the Cowboys have these negotiations going, etc., then that may look selfless if he compromises with them.
This is why I think he cracking. Because I talked to Dak's dad before, and Dak has always stayed away from the Joneses, especially for contract purposes. Stayed away from them. And Dak is smart enough to know that you don't talk directly to the Joneses. You let your agent do the work. Everybody in that family knows that. So for him to come out and say what he just said, and I've never heard him say, we've been talking to Dak, and he made sure he emphasized that. You know what I mean? He emphasized that. So you don't talk directly to the player usually unless the player skip their agent, And I can see where Dak will want to do it, because Dak has all the contractual leverage. But the thing is, Dak is not crazy, I think Steve and them can be crazy, where they'll basically blow up the team. They'll blow it up, right, to win that contract war. They'll blow, and they know it.
Right.
And Dak over here like, do I want to mess up my legacy to be right over a couple of million? Let me just get it out the way. And I'm thinking it got something to do with what you also said. That plus with D.M.V, the new baby, is just like, man, I don't want to haggle. Because, see, they broke Diggs down, in my opinion, with that team-friendly deal. And for him to come out and say we being in direct talks, especially with these new allegations, that would drive you to talk to them Joneses, right? Because I didn't have no intentions in talking to y'all, right? I was going to let my agent do the work. Now I got a new trash case, right, that I'm dealing with, right? Or I ain't going to call it trash. I got a case that I'm dealing with, right? So since I'm dealing with this case, now I got to talk to you. And so now they talking and they're like, hey, you can use our attorney and blah, 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 blah. We gonna help you out. And so it start there, and then it likely led into, hey, man, how we go get this done? Because y'all talking. You see what I'm saying? And he like, well, I want to work with y'all, man. It's just like, listen, man, we looking at this number, man. Entire friends, like, you know what I mean? It's like, so it started probably, that's what I'm thinking. Because you right, Tuck, last week, no talks. But free agency was the start of it was yesterday. You know, they had to get their books in order. You don't think it's no possibility?
I mean, it's a possibility, right? Because you said with everything kind of going on, he probably had to have some conversations, and maybe they snuck that in. But if I had to put money on it, I would say no. I would say no.
You think Dak just tough? He go tough.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to go through Todd Friends, right? I feel like Todd Friends, Dak is going to. He switched agents and went to Todd Friends because he knew that Todd Friends is a hitman. You're going to let him do what he's capable of doing. And I feel like with Todd Friends personally, when you have a Josh Allen who you're representing, you can't cave on these deals. You know what I'm saying, for Dak Prescott. So, you know, maybe he might sway a little bit on the years or something, but the number isn't coming down. I just don't see the number coming down. And so, like I said, Stephen Jones can't stand there on the podium and say, well, you know, we've had no discussions with Dak Prescott as of yet. We haven't gotten started, but we look, you know, he can't say that. So it's easy to kind of say, oh, yeah, we're
so
working
you
on
think
it.
he just made that up? Because he was very detailed. He was detailed.
I just
he was
think,
like, we've been in talks, like, so, and he ain't said that the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, I just feel like it's very tongue in cheek, right? I just don't see that he's been having personal negotiations with Dak Prescott directly. I just don't see it. But
if he did, what would that tell you? If he was talking to him directly, what would that say?
If they were talking to directly, yeah, that means he's caving a little bit.
He caved.
He's caving a little bit because he's breaking outside of his norm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there was something I remember the last contract negotiation. This is the one time I ever saw Dak step out of bounds, because Stephen Jones had came out and said, I think, and I have to go back and double check what he said, but I think he was saying that they're having contract negotiations or something like that. And he's talking to Dak Prescott, and then Dak went on Twitter and was like, nah, that's false. Or y'all remember what that was? I think it was around negotiations about something like that. The first time like Dak ever stepped out of bounds and was like, nah, we haven't talked about any of that or something. I have to go back and double check. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's best for both parties to get the deal done, because here's the thing I tell people. If Dak is wanting to gamble on himself, right, even though it kind of worked out for Kirk Cousins, you went through the situation back in 2020 when you had an injury that could have backfired on you. Why put yourself in that situation being on a 1-year prove-it deal when something can go wrong and can completely change the course of your career? You have a child, go get this money, lock it up, guarantee it, and stretch it out a little bit to help the flexibility of the Cowboys. So, you know, Dak wants to be in Dallas. His home is in Dallas. You know, so I think it just makes sense. But me personally, I just don't see it, man. I think this thing's going to get drawn out a lot longer than a lot of people expect.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
So then obviously he has something else that's going to lead us into our conversation.
You know, I think we're having to make some tough decisions right now. Obviously, I mean, this is an organization that's been built on great backs, whether it's a Tony Dorsett, a Herschel Walker, an Emmitt Smith, a Zeke Elliott, a Tony Pollard. You know, we've been big believers in backs. I think they bring a lot to the table. Unfortunately, we're at a point where we're having to make some decisions, and in terms of where we allocate dollars. We allocate dollars to a guy, you know, like a Kendricks, who could come in and help in an area where we felt like we were short. And, you know, we feel like there's going to be some ways that we can address the running back situation in a more efficient way. But we'll see how that works out. Certainly, you know, a lot to be played out between now and the first game next year. I don't think you win a Super Bowl championship, you know, on the first, second, third day of the league year.
Yeah, I guarantee if you go back to the same time last year, you could probably pull a clip of him saying that same copy and paste statement. I promise you probably could.
Yeah.
And you know why, Tuck? You know why? Because all I heard from that was shucks, man. I don't think we know what we're doing right now with the running back position. We're just gonna ride with the seat of our pants and figure out what happens. That's what I heard. I don't know if you guys heard the same thing, but it just seemed like, damn, this room went faster than we thought. And
to me,
we'll figure it out. Go ahead, Candy.
I was going to say, to me, it sounded like the Cowboys are going to play the long game, a.k.a. the waiting game, for him to allude to, we have until August to figure something out. And when he said some ways to address running back in more efficient ways, basically saying, we're not going to pay top dollar. We're not going to pay as much as we did for LB position. So we're going to find more creative ways to acquire a running back is what I got from it. I.e., we're not going to go after these huge names or whatever. And we don't mind waiting until possibly after the draft to see who we can get, who's left on the table for running back. That's what I got from it.
Real sense of urgency, because I think on the Derrick Henry podcast, I forgot who he was with today. He said they never even called and inquired about him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just they didn't even call and even try. And so that's why I'm saying,
Damn.
like, it's just when it comes to these Joneses, man. And here's the problem, right? Jerry's sitting at that podium. Jerry has what we call, our community, the gift of gab. Like, Jerry can sell me a little bit. If Jerry said that him and Dak has been talking, I probably would have bought it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fool. You know what I'm saying? But when Steven talks, it's just dry, and it's like that womp womp.
Buzz Killington.
Yeah, it's just
Buzz
like, come on,
Killington.
man. Like, he just doesn't have that gift. Yeah. Anytime Steven talks, man. So for them to say, like, it come to find out, man, they didn't even reach out to inquire about Derrick Henry to see,
hell no.
They know they probably didn't do it with Joe Mixon. They probably didn't do it with from Green Bay, AJ Dillon, but what's his name? He's been killing us.
Jones.
Aaron Jones. So yeah, they I feel like they kind of set back. It's like they talked about this, right? Possible releases and cut. There's going to be some players. Sit back, wait till August, post draft, kind of see how things unfold. See who kind of sets somebody outside on the garbage bin and try to swoop them up. So, it'll be another Ronald Jones situation possibly, but it's rinse and repeat, Cowboys Nation. And I feel like this is the frustrating part, is that we've done this before and this is just who we are. We might as well just get used to it at this point.
I think it's a little bit worse. A little bit, Oh
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot
from
worse.
From this standpoint. So, I always talk about the sons versus the bastards, right? That we treat free agents like bastards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at this free agency is a full reflection of his attitude towards free agents.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. And I just wish that it was said more. That it's not even just that they don't shop aggressively to try to fix problems in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they get good deals, they don't want it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't treat those guys like they treat their draft guys.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole situation to me is where he wants to build teams, or he want to stock his teams through the draft. He want to be one of the originators of that, and he go keep forcing it. He go stay with it. Even if going in a little bit more could get you over. He like, So like he just shows a disdain for running back. And I want to share this tweet, and I want to go around and talk to y'all about it. So I said this a couple of days ago at the start of free agency. I said, common sense check. What does it say about the passing league for all these running backs to fly off the market before free agency even officially started? Dallas seems to be a year behind, chasing a trend of the passing league while smarter teams attack smaller linebackers. What's going on with that? I'm start with you, Tuck.
I feel like this is the biggest Achilles heel when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, y'all. Personally, we are always reactive versus proactive. You know what I'm saying? That means we're always kind of a step behind. So last year, right, this time when we're doing the draft shows, what were we all talking about? Getting more linebackers, because we already saw the void. We even had the conversation last year about running back. Remember the whole argument for Dalvin Cook versus Ezekiel Elliott, because there was a void to fill, and we all saw it coming. And then this year, now they're trying to get linebackers. Well, you should have did it last year. It's the same thing when it comes to wide receiver. The year prior, the Noah Brown season, we all saw there was a void at wide receiver. James Washington wasn't going to cut it in T.Y. Like, we were trying to solve that void, and then after they go and make a trade for Brandon Cooks. So it's like they're always a year behind, and that's the frustrating part. But what is scary about this season, y'all, to be honest with y'all, is that now that we have Coach Zimmer coming in and we also got, players going to Washington, we're kind of losing some of that foundation that we've already had to build on top of. You know what I'm saying? You lose a Fowler. I know a lot of people don't like Dorrance Armstrong, but he was a solid piece, right? Neville Gallimore, you know what I'm saying? You could possibly use Hankins and possibly get so you had a solid foundation last year to go sprinkle a draft class on top. Now we're filling the holes with some of our foundation of left tackle and running back and replacing Tony Pollard and possibly moving on from Michael Gallup and having to find an X wide receiver and different things like that. So there's a lot more holes going into this season than we had last year. So you can't sit back and be complacent because the market is drying up quickly, and you can't just fill you can't fill left tackle with just a guy. You know what I'm saying? You need a guy. You know what I'm saying? Running back, you can't just fill it with just a guy. Now, here's the bad part about running back, y'all. Maybe if they would have gave Rico more carries last year, gave Hunter more carries last year, we could sit back and really evaluate what we already have in house. We don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We like Rico showed that he could possibly be that guy, but then we just don't know because can he really carry the load? Same thing with Hunter. So that's the biggest problem, that they didn't evaluate properly, and we got these mega holes, and we're sitting back on our hands, hanging out South by Southwest. Just let it fall to us. Let it fall to us. And with a very conservative free agency approach and a draft approach, it's a recipe for disaster, to be honest with you.
It's saying to me that we got to definitely hit.
Got to. We got to.
Yeah, we do. We do.
It makes me highly concerned. The tone of the press conference and how laid back he was. He had like this whimsical look on his face. And it's almost like, what are you guys planning to do? Like, what's the plan here? And yeah, the moves that we made today, to me, it felt like, here, Cowboys Nation, hope you're happy with this. Look what we're doing. But we're still not making any major moves.
And that's what the media is echoing, right? They're saying, "There, you guys happy now?" Like, bro, that's like the Cowboys fans are wrong for wanting more free agents.
Hell no,
I
ain't happy.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know. There, y'all quiet now. Y'all said we wasn't doing anything. Y'all happy now? No, I'm not.
Bro, I'm watching everybody else eat. I'm watching everybody else eat filet mignon, and I'm getting oodles and noodles.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give me a Lunchable, man. You got me 2 special teamers. So. Yeah, go ahead, Candy. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just I hate the way they're trying to spin that narrative like we are wrong for wanting more.
Somebody said, how a team that loves the draft pick so bad treat Dak so bad. Yeah, I mean, because they want to win the contract war, but they still want him. Yeah, they still want him. Yeah, but they want him because if they didn't want him, they never would have tagged him. They would have allowed him. Well, they would have put the exclusive tag on him. They never did that because that would have exposed them.
Well, I will say this though, boss, man.
The non-exclusive.
Dak Dak isn't the one that they really wanted. He's their guy, but they never made Tony fight this hard for his contracts, bro. And Tony was at the top of the market when it was his time. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't drafted. He wasn't drafted. So, we can always talk about how they wanted, Paxton Lynch, how they wanted Connor Cook before him, and he just so happened to be the guy. He wasn't even supposed to play for real. Kellen Moore was ahead of him. Mm-hmm. So the way that they fell, they lucked up. But for a team that's lucked up, it always seems like they make him go through mud to get these deals when they can really just, go in the back room and handle these things real easy. I just don't understand. But it's just weird. It's like he's in a place where he is their guy, but he's not their guy. And
I will say it's a key difference, D.M.V. The key difference is Tony bent over on his contract. Mm-hmm. So when he signed his contract was under Flacco. But Flacco did win that Super Bowl that year, but he came in under Flacco and Romo did a 6-year deal. Mm-hmm. So Dak liked them 4-year deals. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 year deals, which was right in line with other market quarterbacks. So Romo's contract was actually team friendly. You know what I mean? So he bent over. So whenever you bend over, they go ahead and sign you quick. You know?
And yeah, exactly. And here's the difference. I spoke about this last night in the Twitter space, is that Dak is the quarterback that the Dallas Cowboys need and have always wanted on the field. But off the field, he's not their beer and nachos guy. He's not flying out to watch the Joneses, you know what I'm saying, kids play football. So they don't have that control over Dak. That's different when Tony was their guy on the field and their guy off the field. You know what I'm saying? He's flying private with Jerry. He's upstairs, you know what I'm saying? He's making appearances. He's going to Duke basketball games with Jason Garrett. Like, he was that type of player. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy to kind of work with them because you had him under the wing. Dak is strictly, listen, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna lead this team, I'm gonna play football, and when it comes to y'all, it's business. And they just don't like that when it comes to Dak Prescott, and they don't know how to handle it, because we all know this team, whether it's their media or their players, they like them strings, and if there's no strings attached, they don't like that. So maybe, like you said, boss, maybe with this situation going on with Dak, they now got a little string. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you're using our lawyer. We're like, well, hey, don't worry about this, man.
Right.
I'll get my guy. I'll get my guy.
They got a little string.
Yeah, we'll make this go away for you. But yeah, about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, also, you know what I'm saying, before you leave, Dak, you know what I'm saying? So maybe there is something to what you're saying, boss. But yeah, I think that's the distinct differences between, you know, Romo and Dak. On the field, he's everything you can ask for the most part, besides just winning the playoffs. But off the field, he's not my guy. And we all go through that in our real work lives. Like, we've not been promoted over guys who go, and guys and girls who go to the happy hours and does all the cookouts and, you know what I'm saying, the potlucks, like, and they getting promoted while, like, no, my numbers is way up here, you know what I'm saying? But you know, John, he's always at the happy hours drinking with the hiring manager. Right. He's getting promoted. So it's just one of those things that happens for us in reality, and it also happens for NFL players. So
we got Landlord in the building. Landlord, you been keeping up with the conversation, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, fill us in, man, while I build you back into the show, big dog.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. The first conversation was so interesting, bro.
Which one?
I had wanted to put a little tidbit in there.
What you talking about, big dog?
The one about was Dak cracking. That was interesting, right though.
Okay, talk to us, bro. If you got some soccer tea in there.
Yeah, it's just like, because you and Tuck had a good back and forth about it.
Yeah.
And I really think it's this different right here, Tuck. I ain't gonna lie. Cause when I think about it, man, I don't recall a time where they were saying Dak directly.
Me neither. Ever.
Cause then think about this, Tuck. Real talk. I think you gonna feel me on this. You know, the Joneses always be snobby with it too.
Yeah.
Think about that. They always be like, Dak's agent.
Yeah,
think about that,
that's
man.
true.
Think about that. They never said just straight up and down Dak.
We
gotta think about that.
He
That's
emphasized it. He did, Landlord.
That's
He emphasized we talked to
I'm
Dak.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was big to me.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, Dak. They
never talk, bro.
They never say Dak.
Yeah.
They always say Dak's agent.
That's true.
They make sure they say that.
Good point.
They make sure they do. So that was very, very, that was big for me. That stood out a lot for them to say Dak directly. So I might be on your side that time, boss. Because I was like, what? Dak talking to him? Dak might be feeling that little pressure coming down.
I don't think it's the pressure of the contract. I think it's like, man, just sick of it. Like, I'm sick of this. You know what I mean?
Then you got to think about it. Dak is a competitor. Because at the same time, he might do feel like the Jones is making it look like I'm crippling the team. You know what I'm saying? He know it ain't true, but he like, they going to sabotage me anyway. If I know I'm going to be on this football team next year, then what? Think about that. I'm setting myself up for failure too, playing this game with y'all. Yeah. I want to win too. Mm-hmm. So Dak's sitting up here looking at all these dominoes fall like, dang, they gonna really do this. They playing chicken with Dak at this point.
That's what I said. Man, that's exactly what I said, bro.
They playing chicken with them.
See, Landlord. See, Landlord, contract-wise, he got all the leverage. He just not crazy. It's like
Dak don't want to. Dak really love his team.
He love
we know
the
the
team.
Joneses. We don't know about them.
They'll flip the whole table over like they did with Jimmy Johnson.
I'll blow this whole thing up.
Look, for the money, we don't know what the Joneses might do to this team. But Dak like us, bro. He a childhood Cowboy fan. He really love his team like us.
Yeah.
So he don't want to just sit up and watch the team just, be sacrificed like that, man. That's what it looked like.
That's what I bet. I swear I'm
not
see
gonna
it the
lie.
same way, bro. That's how I see it. Where he being mature. It's like he like, man, let's just get this out the way, man. These dudes.
He like, y'all gonna really
y'all
sit
gonna
up here
wreck
and
the
just
team.
ruin it. Y'all gonna ruin everything.
Y'all
just
gonna
so
ruin
y'all can
everything
win.
just to win this contract. Okay, you win.
Yeah. I love this team too much to take that.
Hey, boss, I think you ain't just throw that hand out there.
Huh?
I think you ain't just do the get
you ugly stripper. Get your ugly strip. That's a backroom conversation, man.
You know what I'm saying?
When you see that one, you be like, I want her. Get
Now the Cowboys, that dude is like, you gonna leave me, man? I'm gonna hurt myself. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care.
I'll go to the hospital right now. I'm driving real fast.
You know how dangerous that is. What that boy said, I'm on 1,000 downers now and I'm drowsy.
He drive myself off this cliff. I'll take this whole thing with me. You know?
Yes, he's dead serious. And then look, who more dangerous than Steve in a situation like this?
Nobody, bro.
He don't care
I
about
did that,
his
but
team.
nobody.
He does not care, bro.
His team, bro.
He'll blow it up.
He cares about his bottom line.
Yes, or winning.
And
there you go.
Win. He want to win in the negotiation.
Boss, somebody scared the crap out of me the other day on my show, and it really made me sad. So I'm gonna spread it out to y'all so y'all can be sad too.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, this how they did.
Hey, why you laugh at that though? Why you get that sneaky laugh on that, bro? That's kind of shady, bro. That's kind of nefarious right there, big dog.
Look, you gotta share it all with everybody. You can't have the happy. You can't have just the happy side. You gotta have it all.
But you laughed at it, bro. You laughed at the pain before it came out, bro.
It's so sad, but you gotta feel me though.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm up here thinking like regular people, like, man, the Joneses gotta have this legacy. They gotta protect their image and their name and their last name with the wins, and they gotta continue to win championships. Somebody in my chat said, bro, they already won championships.
That's right.
I said, damn, we might be doomed, bro.
Right.
We might be doomed. What if they complacent, Tuck? What if they complacent, D.M.V?
I think they are.
What if
they've been complacent? That's my point. Dog, they win every year. You want to
6, we doomed. If they're not hungry for 6, we doomed. They looking at 3 rings on their fingers. Well, 5.
Bro, here's the thing.
They got 5 rings. So they looking at them like, bro, we good.
Yeah,
we up here
we
want the rings, but they got the money already. They got the rings and they getting all the money.
Yeah.
There you go. That was my point. They already got the money, bro. That's their win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they can build a team that's competitive and stay under the bottom line, they've already won because the money machine is already going to come in. There was a fan, there was a sub today that said to me, we got to shut down the money. We got to stop buying stuff and do this. I'm like, bro, we can't stop that money machine. Right. I already stopped buying stuff. I already stopped doing everything you said about 10 years ago, and they still making more money. Bro,
right.
Hey, they already got the formula when it comes to that. So the only thing that can really get them jump started is if they really want to win. And at the looks of the last 3 days, it don't look like that. I don't know if anybody can paint that picture. But, hey, landlord, I'm with everything you just said, bro. And I've been on that.
Yeah. And the thing was, what people have to remember, when Jerry bought this team, he had to build it into that machine, right? So he was growing the business. So winning was everything. So that's why you were being aggressive and firing a Tom Landry and going and get your Jimmy Johnson and making these trades for Herschel Walker. Like, you were going all in because you were trying to build that machine. At this point, all the Cowboys are trying to do is maintain it. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is just kind of maintain the business. And I always compare the Cowboys to like iPhone. You know what I'm saying? This is the same damn iPhone. It's an iPhone 15. Don't do nothing different. The charger and the battery die right, but it's Apple. You know what I'm saying? You're really just buying it for the brand. We constantly buy Jordan sneakers. It's the same shoe. They heavy as hell, but you're just buying the brand. They're just maintained. There's no innovation. There's nothing really new with it. And that's when it comes to the Cowboys. There's nothing new. But at the end of the year, everybody's going to look up and see them numbers when it comes to Jerry Jones in this organization. They're going to be one of the top, not just in football, but of all of sports. The machine is the machine, and this team is not based off of winning. The machine and the revenue doesn't come off winning; it comes off controversy. I mean, Derek Eagleton even said today, he's like, "Listen," he said, "My job to on as a media member is just to get y'all engagement, and get y'all talking. I don't care what y'all talk about. That's my job." He said that publicly. The social media
sure
man.
Did.
You know what I'm saying? He said, "My job is just to get y'all talking, whether y'all like the comments or not. Just keep talking." And I'm just like, that's the machine. So whether it's Stephen A talking about the Cowboys or Skip Bayless or us on Twitter and doing all, that's the machine. They built this machine, and it's not around winning. Whether if they losing, everybody's going to talk about the Cowboys. If they winning, everybody's going to talk about the Cowboys. It's just unfortunate because us real fans suffer from it.
Can I piggyback off that metaphor you made real quick? It'll be quick. I think it was a perfect metaphor how you said the Cowboys are Apple and, you know, the other teams kind of like Android. Because think about this, Samsung. And I'm a Samsung user, by the way. Screw iPhone. But listen, this is what I'm going to say. Look, the Cowboys is like iPhone. They don't have to do all the innovative, risky stuff, right?
Nope.
We just bring out a phone. We just bring out a team. Now look at the Eagles. What the Eagles doing? Samsung have all the technology that Apple have like 5-10 years before. And they risk it all and put it all on one phone. They don't care. They like, if it burn up, it burn up. I don't care. But iPhone be like, okay, we give you one new feature this year. We give you one new feature this year. Who that sound like in a football team? That sound like the Eagles to me. Android sound like the Eagles. They over there doing everything. They doing God knows what. They doing as much as they possibly can to win. And what? The Joneses over here just iPhoning it up. They ain't changed nothing in 10 years. The phone look the same from the inside to outside. They just upgrade the chip.
Landlord, you can't make the exact same part with the exact same example, man, and call it new. Man, hell no.
Hell no.
You can't do the exact same. No, that's the exact same thing Tuck said, bro.
I mean, but that's on point, man. Like,
he iPhoned it up. Tuck, you not gonna make the same part the third time either. We stopping the phone analogies right now.
That's the reason you say piggyback. You know, I piggyback off of his analogy, right? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
He a Cowboys fan. All he did was what the Cowboys been doing.
I swear, man. It's
Put the same stuff out though.
They'll take one feature away. They'll take one feature away in 3 years. They'll give it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, they took away. You can't rotate your camera while recording. Probably next year they're gonna give it right back to you. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's the same
I
thing
swear,
they do.
man. Y'all boys preachers. I don't care what nobody say. You boys are straight preachers, man. Boy, I'm talking about
and we
preaching
still
off the same parable, bro. On the same parable.
Spend $5,000 on an Apple VR headset just because it's Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. Let me show you what God showed me about the 5,000 fishing loaves.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you got that revelation now? Let me show you.
Pastors.
It's called
preachers, man.
You know, it's called piggyback. You know?
God damn. Okay, Ken, I got a question. This gonna get us back on track. What does it say about the running back draft class to see all the better running backs taken so fast in free agency?
No comment.
What does it
say?
That
was for me.
That was for you. What does it say about the running back?
That they're not looking at this draft class.
Yep. That's what it says to me.
Not saying that they aren't talented, but I mean, I feel like if anything, that's what Stephen Jones alluded to today. Like, oh, that's great. They have these running backs that That's excellent, but we're not going after them. And the fact that
That's
so
crazy.
many went so fast over free agency absolutely tells me
No.
that.
I'm saying the free agents went so fast.
Yeah, the free agents went fast.
The free agents went fast.
No, I'm saying the fact. Maybe I misspoke, but I'm saying the fact that the
free agents went so fast. Right?
Yeah. The fact that the free agents went so fast tells me that when it comes to the draft,
they not hype on it.
A lot of no.
Right. Which is the same thing I said.
Right, but as long as the Cowboys is hype on somebody's running back, like we need that bad. I don't care what anybody says. We need it bad.
So let me say this, cause see, landlord.
I know Tuck.
Landlord. Obviously now, bro, the draft strategy is totally shifted again, right?
All the way.
It was receiver when we first
I
was
don't want nothing to do with a receiver.
Ain't that something, bro? Ain't that something? Now, you know what I think we got to look at now, bro? Early running back and defensive end. Now.
You think running back got to be early, though?
Second round.
Yeah, it has to. Got to be second or third.
We gonna miss your receiver vision altogether now, bro.
I know I gotta get that up. They creating,
and I'm shocked that you giving it up. I'm shocked.
I mean, I want one, but I just don't feel. I just don't see a way that they could pull it off. You know, and like I said, the main reason I was banging so, hard for receiver was because I know they were not willing to spend the money in free agency. Did you see that wide receiver free agency market?
I didn't.
Kevin really just got what, and he been out of football.
What did he
came
get?
Back 1 year.
What did he get?
What he got, like 70, 90 million? Yeah, he got a crazy amount for 4 years. Like he got the bag.
Hell no.
He got the bag. And you remember I came up with that idea. I said the Cowboys can get Calvin Ridley. I should have known.
Right.
I should have known that was too far out of Stephen Jones' budget. Yeah, but my whole analogy about it was that I know for a fact we wasn't going to be players in the free agency market, especially in the wide receiver market. That's going to be a high market.
Let me flip it then. I'm still going to flip it then. I'm going to go to you, Tuck. I'm going to go to you, Tuck.
What it was, Tuck?
4 years, $92 million.
It's crazy.
See that?
So I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it real quick to both of y'all. Tuck and Landlord, then D.M.V. What's the new draft strategy, Tuck?
Still left tackle, like it's always been for me.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still left tackle. Easily. It's still left tackle for me because the quality of the left tackles is too high to pass up on, and I still don't believe that they're going to want to kick Tyler Smith out the left tackle. So if you're sitting there and Detroit Fatano's sitting right there, or you have a Jordan Morgan sitting right there, I'm still pulling the trigger on those two every time and not looking back. Because when it comes to running back class, because when it comes to the running back class, the problem with it is too tricky, right? And I feel like, and I told Cowboys fans this on Twitter today, because I know a lot of people, and we'll talk about it here in a second, it's too complicated for the Cowboys, and I know how they draft, that they're not going to be able to get the quality guys because it's too tangled up at the top. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to be aggressive enough, and as soon as one gets pulled, it's going to unravel quickly. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I just don't think the Cowboys are going to be
fast.
It's going to go hella fast, right?
It says to me, then, Tuck, we got to do it in the second round, bro.
I mean, to get a running back that's going to be like your running back for the Cowboys, because you're not going to do that in free agency yet. You cannot wait past 56. You know what I'm saying? I have some guys that's quality, you know what I'm saying? But to have the sure things, you're going to have to go at 56. But there's still other needs and other voids that I would have to get at 56 as well. So, me personally, I could wait at running back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a little bit different because I know there's some other running backs in the stash that can probably get in the third, right?
We go play with it tonight. We go play with the simulator tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Tuck, I agree with you. I don't want to get a tackle, but with the way that things have switched, I think that tackle and I know people don't want to hear this again, but a defensive lineman, because if Byron Murphy falls to you, they're going to take Byron Murphy, whether people like it or not, even though they took Mozzie last year. But as far as the running back goes, I've been saying this for a couple weeks now. I think that because they don't have a 4th round pick, one of your day 2 slots is going to go to running back. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be 56. I thought it might have been the 3rd round pick. But, I mean, depending on how the draft board falls, I mean, you might be able to get your guy right there. But yeah, day 2 for me is where I think that they get their running back.
Day 2. So Candid. Yeah, what do you think about the draft strategy now?
My boy jumped up to number 2.
It makes sense. It makes sense too. We gonna talk about this, but I'm gonna stop teasing. Let me stop teasing real quick. Let me stop teasing. Cause see, and real quick, everybody, let's take a super chat break real quick. Cause I got some super chats. Do y'all have some super chats over there?
I got one over.
I do not.
Let's go ahead and get to these super chats. Just take a break real quick, and I don't want them to stack up too much. So my boy, Pastor Philip Henderson said, when I think about Jerry and Steve, and I remember the scripture says pride goes before the fall. These old men don't know what they are doing. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And then Keystone, appreciate the 10 bones. He said, we gonna be trash. We used to get to the QB. Now it looks like we can't alone stopping the run. Still Zimmer got his hands full for just 1 year. Yeah, so far it's looking bad, and I want to talk about that too. So that's all my super chats. What y'all got?
I got one from Mike Brown, $5. Appreciate you. He says he want to win, put Will in. So I think he's talking about Will McClay.
Gotcha.
So in Will McClay we trust. I mean, that's all I can do right now.
That's the only prayer we got.
He's gonna have to get it done.
He's gonna have to, man.
They say we need to take a light break too, y'all. So,
man.
Yeah, man, get the lights up, y'all. But go, what you got over there?
Shout out to Miss Brandon Mahoney with the $1.99 for your mind. She says, we tired of the Joneses. I think everybody could say, we agree with that. And shout out to Mr. Stephen Poe with the $4.99 for your mind. He says, they did the same BS to Amari when they get in their feelings. Yeah, they know how to do the smear campaign. They know how to do the underhanded, all that kind of dirty stuff, dirty tactics that they like to use when they try to attack our players when it's contract time. So, hey, man, I had my suspicions with this girl, but I ain't going to say much about that. I ain't trying to get counsel this evening. I'm not trying to do that.
We got that boy CFT in the building, man. He said,
shout out to CFT.
Get right. Damn right, he said. I'm my fault. Get boss to 350. Yeah.
And likes up.
Yeah, man. Let's get them likes up, man. We appreciate you, CFT. Appreciate the raid, too, man. My boy said, how many running backs in the draft class better than Deuce?
A lot.
Yeah. You want to talk about it real quick?
I don't know, man. You use the 42 toss, man. Hey, y'all don't know nothing about that, but hey, my people know about the 42 toss. Hey.
I mean, like I said, I like Deuce. I like him coming out of K-State. I scout him heavily in the Big 12, but there's a lot of quality running backs in this draft. But the hard part, like I said, is like last year you knew there was Gibbs and there was Bijan, right? And then kind of had a few others. But this year you don't know, like I said, because when I did my film breakdown on Jalen Wright, he was like number 11th as far as rank. You know what I'm saying? So now you see him at number 2. And the reason why is because you have Jonathan Brooks who's coming off an injury. You have Blake Corum who's kind of coming off an injury. Got my guy Trey Benson, who's had some injuries, even though he played healthy last year. So it's this huge cluster of who is really running back one. And like I said, as soon as the first string is pulled, they're going to unravel. So from the Cowboys standpoint, would they go running back first round? Absolutely not. But I feel like they're going to sit back on their hands and say, we can get one at 56. And then day 2 is going to be like, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to unravel, and they're not going to jump up and be aggressive. And so you might get wiped out where you're looking at a possibly not like Bucky Irvin out of Oregon, right? But like Bucky Irvin's kind of like the same thing you kind of get from Deuce, or you might have Kamani Vital out of Troy. It's kind of the same thing that you get from Deuce. Like you're going to have some of those guys. And so then do you really wait? That's going to be the question. If you get wiped out, do you wait? And if you wait, then maybe third round, like D.M.V was saying, or day 3, there are some guys, but are they that guy? You know what I'm saying? Are they that guy that you can truly?
And so Tuck, that mean that we likely go have to reach, bro. It's just what I'm saying.
Yeah,
your safest play is round 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Have to.
Right. If you say, you know what, we're not going to address running back in free agency, we're going to go into the draft where we currently have. You can't wait till past round 2. Now you could
bingo.
maybe 3 if lucky. How the boards is falling, but I would say round 2 to go get you a guy. If Jalen Wright's sitting there in 56, you gotta grab him. You just gotta grab him and get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
another thing,
I got a question for y'all about the running back position, if y'all will. What y'all think about double dipping?
I'm all for. I've always said it.
We might need to double dip, bro, for real.
But we don't got enough picks though. That's the only thing. You know what I'm saying?
We just got 2 compensatory though.
Which brings to what I was getting ready to say then. What y'all think about moving down in round 1? Because I think we need to move down. I think it'll give us a good opportunity. I think moving, Yeah,
I think so too. I think so too.
Especially if my boy Barton is gone, I'm all the way for moving down.
Who y'all number 1 left tackle is?
I'm not moving down.
Who y'all number 1 left tackle?
Well,
number 1.
That's what I'm trying to see if we can move back.
No, the number 1 that's gonna probably be there at 24.
Back, if we can move back and still get that left tackle, we like.
If you like your left tackle, I say don't move down. You know what I mean? You gotta get him.
You gotta get him because I don't think Troy Fatano is going to be there. I think he's Darnell Wright from last year, so he's wiped out. So now you're talking about true left tackles, and like I said, I think my nightmares have been kind of talking. They're gonna go get a right tackle and kind of convert him to left. I would go get Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. Like he's probably going to be there.
He gonna be there.
I'd rather get Jordan Morgan, and you guys know how I feel about Jordan Morgan. I'd rather get Jordan Morgan than to get one of the right tackles and flip them. You know what I'm saying? And that's
we said we was going to talk about that. We need to talk about right tackle flipping.
Okay.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. My fault.
Y'all don't think Troy can be there? The left tackle out of Washington.
Nah, man. Troy
I think he's too good, bro. I think he's too good.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah,
mine too, bro.
He was the first one I broke down because I love him. But I think after his combine, he shot up, and I talked to a few of my Steelers guys. Like they are all on him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, the cat's out the bag.
He seemed like a Steeler too. He seemed like a Steeler. Like a dude
the cat's
have
out
like
the
15
bag.
The person that keep popping up for us is Mims.
And he's not undersized, but he played 2 games last year, and then he had a few reps at right tackle. He is very undeveloped, and all of 1,000% of his snaps has been all at right tackle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I wouldn't do it.
He has
minimal
snaps. He has minimum snaps, minimum reps. Like pull the scar. Like he has minimal reps and everything. So he would be complete he's a physical specimen and just hope for the best. And then when I heard Stephen Jones say, well, we did the same thing with Tyron Smith. We converted him from a right tackle left. I'm like, all right, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because he could be a guy that's there, but I think he's going to get wiped out too just because of his physicality and his size. So, but if he's there or a Tyler Guyton, it's just like, bro, like they're 1,000% right tackles, and this is more of a future play than this year. You know what I'm saying? So,
to me,
would you rather go right tackle?
I'm sitting put for Graham. If he gone, I'm moving down.
Hey, there's a breaking news alert. Keenan Allen got traded to the Bears for a 4th round pick.
Yeah, that's been nice.
See what I'm saying? Talking boss. Would you settle for one of them right tackles, or would you reach for another position? Because it might have to be a reach at that point.
No, I'm going for another position. So
I'm going for another position, depending on who the right tackle is.
Yeah. So if
you tell me spot so weird, bro, it's just a weird spot to be in for real.
And this is why I don't trust the Cowboys. So if we're sitting there like, you know what I'm saying, landlord, and it's Mims or Tyler Guyton, and you have one of your wide receivers, I'm just gonna snatch a wide receiver, bro, because I feel like you can sit back in the second round and then get your Dominic Puny maybe, or get your your Paul out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got to go back a little bit later and get a left tackle, right? So it's like, I think the question mark is
y'all talking like it's time to draft, bro. I'm sick of this.
No.
Hey,
one last question. Do y'all think it's any chance they run with these young guys? Because it seemed like they went mad.
They said like they were getting ready to do, bro.
Probably
so. I got another question. Can I let them run with the young guys and draft my wide receiver?
So what you mean?
I will run with. I'm okay. Tyler and Bass. He talking about Tyler Bass.
If you tell me that, then I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. I just don't know the Cowboys playing with it. You know what I'm saying? And they've always played with a fool when it came to Tyler Smith, and I think they view him as a left guard. And so if
they tested us and said we comfortable, when they say stuff like that, they want to see what we gonna say.
Yeah,
but it's one thing we're not talking about, guys. We don't have a center right now, unless they want to go Hoffman.
We do, yeah, Hoffman. Yeah,
it's Hoffman, but
that's why I'm saying Burton is the guy. Burton is actually the best guy, easily. Barton, I mean not Burton. Yeah, to me. Somebody that's your center, left tackle, and left guard. And we know the Dallas Cowboys love versatility, bro. That's their MO. You know? This person fit Dallas more than anybody to me. Easily. And he's likely go beat her. Like, for real. But let me get off of that. Because I want to draft. Before we draft, I want to ask a question.
Usually they draft him, man. They draft him cold.
They got a good one. Before we do that, I want to get to specific running backs. So, Candy, what's your running backs and that you kind of hanging on? You muted. I see you talking.
Can't hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, I said I'm gonna go the unconventional route, like I've said on.
Oh, I see what's going on. Hold on, real quick, Candy. That's me. Try it again, Candy. That was me. Go for it.
Hello.
That was me. I was cutting you off. Go.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I said I'm gonna go the unconventional route, like I said on Twitter. I don't think that we're going to get. If they go for running backs in the draft, I don't think we're gonna get top 10, whatever. So I would like to go back to the Zeke and Pollard days, the 1-2 punch, the 2022 Cowboys running backs, where we had Zeke on the field and we had Pollard, and we could use either or. The way I think that we could do that is free agency. I know we just heard Stephen Jones' free agency is iffy, but my guy would be Deontay Foreman for free agency. And if we draft a running back, I feel like it's going to be low down. And I think Keelan Robinson would complement him really well. I know I'm going to get some flashback on that, but I looked at ball security, ability to receive, blocking, durability, pass protection. I went into a little bit of math with both guys, and I did a comparison of Zeke and Deontay's numbers in 2022 and Pollard and Keelan Robinson's numbers. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying Derrick Henry. Well, if I start with Derrick Henry compared to Deontay Foreman's numbers, if at that time Foreman got as many carries as Henry did, mathematically, and I'm not taking away from Derrick Henry, he's obviously a physical great back, but we didn't have him. We didn't have a chance in hell at getting him. But I think that Deontay Foreman could be that guy for us. If we keep Deuce Vaughn, or if we utilize Deuce Vaughn, I think that him and Deuce Vaughn would make a hell of a team together. So those are my two picks.
Those are your two picks. Who are some of the guys that you will want to see landlord on this list in terms of backs?
Talking about it just depends on what round we taking them in. Cause I like Jalen Wright out of Tennessee. And I like, my favorite might be Trey Benson. I like him a lot. I think he can be a workhorse type back. I think he can be your guy.
Go crazy.
I don't think
Tuck finna go crazy.
He don't like crazy. I know he's a symbol.
We're not, y'all. We're not getting those guys. We're not getting them. We're not getting them.
We definitely might get
Trey.
We can't. I really think
Trey got the physique too, man.
He runs with that type of tenacity too. He got explosion.
And he's fast.
I like him a lot. And he got a decent size. He can run big if he wants to. I just seen patience, vision. He got everything that an all-around back needs to me. But one of my first guys that I like was Bucky Irvin. I was surprised he ran only a 4.5, but the film say different. He's super tweaky. and quick, fast. That boy can stop on a dime. He remind you of them Eagle type running backs too, though. Like you remember like Westbrook or somebody, what's the other dude? They the same running back. The Eagles just got the same clone. You know Westbrook and the other dude. Oh, the dude who be talking crazy on TV. Never mind him. But both of them pretty much the same quick dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that's who Bucky Irvin is to me. He a real quick, twitchy, stop on the blade of grass type running back that can go from 0 to 100. So I wouldn't pay that 40 time, no mind with him. Like he was one of my first guys I liked. So him and Trey Benson is the guys for me.
That's beautiful.
So let's go around. So we getting everybody backs. I want to hear Tuck. Who on your wish list?
Shoot, y'all already know, man. Trey Benson's out the gate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trey Benson, we're not gonna get him, man. But Trey Benson's my RB1, man.
Why
He's
we
the
not
most
gonna get him, bro?
How can y'all live in La La Land, but I can't?
He's a Seminole, man. They don't draft out of Florida State, man. Them boys, Cowboys ain't prepared for that.
He was trying to protect them Seminoles from us. He was like, man,
I really don't. I
want
don't
him to come to this toxic
Dallas.
Don't do that,
hell no, bro. I'll be snapping on y'all, man. Y'all start spazzing on my nose like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want them go to Carolina.
You see how they do Trey Diggs? I have to fight tooth and nail about Trey.
Hell no, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Trey Benson, he's one of the most balanced running backs in this year's class, man. He can do pass pro. He can catch off the backfield. Very violent runner. You know what I'm saying? Every time we need to play for Florida State, like you could call on Trey. You know what I'm saying? Call on number 3. And the thing is, like, he didn't get a lot of opportunity because we had Keon Coleman and, you know what I'm saying, and Johnny Wilson and Jaheim Bell. So the ball was being spread around. But anytime like you go and watch like the Miami games, like anytime his number was called, you can definitely lean on him. So I got Trey Benson for number 1. Number 2 would be Jalen Wright. I feel like Jalen Wright is going to be one of the trickiest running backs. And honestly, if I had to guess, he would probably be number 2 running back pulled off the board. It really depends on Brooks. I like Jonathan Brooks, but the injuries kind of scare me. You know what I'm saying? Anytime talking about knee injuries for a running back. But he's balanced, he's speedy. And he also didn't get a lot of opportunity as well because he was split carries at the University of Tennessee. But, man, he's dynamic, has very IQ. I talked to his family. They actually watched my film breakdown. And it's like, man, he's just been one of those kids who always just loved the game of football since he was young. So I would go with Jalen Wright. And also, Trey Benson did have a formal interview with the Dallas Cowboys, I do believe. Another guy who had a formal interview, if you kind of want we got Derrick Henry at home, it would be Braylon Allen out of University of Wisconsin, man. He's a big bruiser back. I think he's only like 20 years old, 6'1", 235. What did he run in the 40? Did he run like a
4.4, bro?
They have him running a 4.4.
Yes.
Yeah. 4.4. He didn't run at the combine, though. So where did he run the 4.4? Was that at his pro day?
Yeah, was it? Did he have this Wisconsin have their pro day? I'm not sure that time is from.
He don't look like a 4.4 though. I'm sorry.
I mean, but the way when you watch
his game does not look 4.4 at all.
Yeah, 4.4 is a little. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where that's from.
And he ran a 4.4 flat according to this.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure if that number is correct. But
he must have ran downhill with the wind.
But the thing
film don't say that at all.
He's your big bruising downhill running back, right? Like I said, he's still young, so he has a lot. Doesn't have a lot of tread on him. So if you kind of want that physicality, that that bruiser back that has some kind of burst, he's not going to hit a head on the goalpost kind of guy, but he kind of gives you that Zeke feel that a lot of Cowboys fans are looking for.
He got that good vision too to be as big as he is.
Great vision. Great vision. He's a very patient runner too. I'm trying to go through all my notes here. Very patient runner. Great pad level. The games that I watch, he's a dynamic workhorse back. He had about 4 fumbles, so I'm not too alarmed by that. So he's a guy you definitely want to keep your eyes out on. Had a formal interview. Ray Davis is another one out of University of Kentucky who I like. He's an older running back, man, but he kind of gives you that balance. He kind of reminds me a little bit of that Rico mold. So Ray Davis is kind of a guy who can kind of just run physical, run tough, but he look old. I mean, he look older than me. You know what I'm saying? But that's grown man. That's a grown man right there when it comes to Ray Davis.
He look like an old lineman in the face.
Yeah. So you got Ray Davis, who I like out of Kentucky. Now some sleepers, man. One of my favorite sleepers, man, that I would love the Cowboys to get, and this is a guy you could probably get day 3, would be
I like that term.
Isaiah Davis, out of the University of South Dakota State, man. Like he's a beast, man. I remember the first time I saw him, playing in one of the bowl games. He's actually out of here from Joplin, Missouri as well, so we heard a lot about him. But man, like he's just a dynamic kid that can do a lot of different things, work horse back, catch out the backfield, great in pass pro. So he's one of those guys you could probably pull the string on day 3 and probably get. Like he's not going to be, you know, maybe the guy's going to get you excited, but he'll be one of those guys we're kind of looking at in camp like, all right, he's cutting up a little bit. And then last but not least, man, another sleeper. And this might be a guy where you can get him maybe as an undrafted free agent. I really can't gauge it. But it's Blake Watson out of the University of Memphis. And I've been saying this on Twitter. If y'all want y'all Tony Pollard replacement, he's a Tony Pollard clone. He's pretty much Tony Pollard when you go ahead and watch him. So Blake Watson out of the University of Memphis, very dynamic running back, has great burst, great speed. He's Tony Pollard 2.0, man. He kind of runs hard. What did he run? A 4.5 at the combine?
Yeah.
So yeah, has a lot of talent, very elusive. He can hit his head on the goalpost. So it's very Tony Pollard 2.0. So if you want to kind of double dip, maybe you could get him maybe in the 7th round or even as an undrafted guy to kind of fill that void. But those are kind of those 5 running backs that I'm watching as far as the Cowboys are concerned.
D.M.V.
Hollywood Brown to the Chiefs.
What's your question?
Of course.
No, I just have a question. If we keep who we have right now at running back, who would complement that out of the draft?
So
who complement them out of the draft?
If we talking about Deuce and
everybody
Hunter.
keeps talking about Deuce Vaughn. Yes, if we keep
Deuce,
them, who out of the draft would complement what we already have?
I would say more power backs. So yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask y'all another question on that, man? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all really looking at Deuce like he gonna be a part of this running back coordination?
No.
Yep, I am.
I'm hoping that, but that's
wild. I tell you what.
That's wild.
I tell you what, man. If he can add something to special teams, maybe. But hell, we already got a kick returner. We already got a dynamic kick returner, so he can't help us.
This is why I'm saying that, boss. This the reasoning behind it, though. Cause listen, everybody remembers we had packages for Deuce at the beginning of the year, bro. Mm-hmm. How you go from having packages for this man to him not even suiting up? Mm-hmm. Now we can say it's malpractice from the coaching staff, but to me that sounds like he had an opportunity. I got guys that I've been beating on the desk for that ain't got an opportunity like that. Mm-hmm. This man had packages for him. They said this in the interview. We have packages for Deuce Vaughn. Boss, I know you got all the interviews. Boss the lead detective out here, man. Hey, don't nobody do detective work like Boss Cowboy. I know you got that interview where he said we have packages for Deuce Vaughn. They said those words verbatim. So ain't no way you can tell me he didn't have the perfect opportunity. So how is he not doing anything?
I think
I can't even play the
politics
game.
That question more so derived from we don't know what space the Cowboys are in as far as free agency and drafts. And a lot of the times the Cowboys can be very much, we're going to work with what we have. So if Deuce Vaughn is what they're thinking, then we have to get somebody who's going to complement Deuce Vaughn.
That's what I see.
That's exactly just the reality of it.
And I see it from them trying to redshirt him too, landlord. You feel me? I think partially, remember, we all said last year this is a futures draft. That's why I'm saying what's going on likely is the futures now for a lot of these guys. That's why if you look at the pattern of free agency, they just letting them get away. You look at day 1, look at day 2, look at day 3, look at day 4. It's more people getting away than going in. You see what I'm saying?
And boss,
so that means that they likely betting on them young guys. So especially if you look at defensive end, if you let 2 go, who is one that they obviously getting ready to ramp up?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, look though, you ain't even got Deuce on the graphic.
Yep,
bro.
They getting ready to ramp up Fiocco, and they getting ready to ramp up.
Got him on the graphic.
Slam. You know what I mean? Slam getting ready to get his chance, right? So if you look at the running back room, they let Pollard go. They getting ready to ramp up Deuce. I think she right on that. I think she totally right on that. And when you
said, Boss, do you remember? I can't remember which player was this year.
Landlord.
But
I'm not saying
do you
smart.
remember? Boss?
I'm saying they go I got you, Candy.
Can you hear me?
I'm saying they go. I got you,
no.
I'm just saying this. I think they go force it. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Candy.
Okay, I got you.
Do you remember who were we talking about this year And I'm like, oh, at the beginning of the season, they were utilizing him. They were trying to utilize him at running back. Was it Turpin? And you said,
yeah, they gave him some preseason. That was Coach.
Coach something came onto the show and said that.
Yeah, they was putting it on film. Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering and curious if that's what they're doing with Deuce Vaughn. They like to keep one in the chamber and then utilize him differently the next season. I don't know, but that also just ran across my mind.
Yeah.
But no, I'm absolutely not saying, oh, we need and we have to have Deuce Vaughn. But I'm thinking we know how they are,
right.
so we have to.
You thinking right. I think that's how they are. I think that's perfectly right. And I think that's why they not being aggressive, because they like, we got the young guys.
No, I'm not saying. I'm sorry. I'm reading that comment. I'm not saying Deuce Vaughn. I'm not saying Deuce Vaughn is the leader. I'm saying we're working with what we have. So, however, the Cowboys running back game is going to be played out, it has to complement Deuce Vaughn if that's who they're going to go with. That's why I presented Deontay Foreman and Keelan Robinson. If we went that route, I feel like that would be a perfect match. But
y'all think Deuce gonna get the nod? Y'all think Deuce gonna get the nod over Rico? Well, is Rico gonna get re-signed?
They're gonna re-sign him.
I think they could re-sign him too.
I'll take Rico.
They have no choice. They
kind
of gotta sign
Deuce.
Oh no,
I would too. I would too, landlord. I would too.
Bro.
All day.
So why I can't even talk about Deuce when we ain't even talking about Rico?
No, we talking about Rico. He just not signed.
I'm saying, but Deuce gotta be. He gotta go put on street clothes then. At that point,
they don't gotta sign Rico right now though. They can sign Rico probably after the draft. Bro. They don't gotta sign him.
How I can tell
and that's the one in the chamber I'm talking about.
Here's how I can tell Rico's probably returning, because he's on Twitter talking to Cowboys fans now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's like, damn, man, y'all forgetting about me? Like you're saying, it's like he's probably gonna be back. Here's the thing with Rico, you can't count on his bill of health. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Like we saw some flashes, but is he gonna be that guy? Like we just need that guy, and then we can plug in a Rico behind him or plug in the Deuce behind him. Like we need to go get that guy. It's like Rome was saying, you go get a Trey Benson, you got that guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you can give him 25 carries a game and be perfectly fine, and then spill into Rico, because you know a lot of people are talking about my guy Dalvin Cook. Like Dalvin Cook was a cool option last year to spell Tony Pollard. You know what I'm saying? Like we wanted that alongside Tony Pollard, but it's like, bro, we ain't got no entrees. We can't get a bunch of side dishes out there. We need an actual entree, and I feel like that's what the Cowboys need to go out and find. And they didn't do it in free agency, so they're going to do it in the draft, and you're going to have to do it early with some of the names that we've already mentioned.
Real quick.
Are they going to do it in the draft?
They have to. They will. I promise they will. I'm going to give you my three, and mine going to be quick.
You think what? Sorry.
Damn, you just going to skip me? Damn.
I ain't going to skip you, D.M.V. I ain't going to skip you.
And boss,
that's why I'm doing mine quick. So I can get to you.
I got to dip at 10, boss.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. Fast as lightning.
I might have said
Jalen Wright
still got his baby teeth.
Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, right? In no particular order. But then Marshawn Lord. Marshawn Lord is the guy that I really got my own that fit to me the West Coast. Obviously coming from USC. And I love the fact that he got a very low tread. You know, obviously coming from the system he came from where they throw it a lot, you know. So, you know, he's somebody that I would also be very content with, especially in round 2. Who you guys, D.M.V?
All right, cool. So, yeah, I keep it simple, too, because Tuck pretty much, our lists were almost identical. Yeah. Trey Benson was in my tier 1. Jalen Wright was in my tier 1. And these are guys that I think that are plug and play, like right day one. These are my guys. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I think we need. I think we need a plug and play. That's my starter. He's getting starter reps. He's going to be with Dak. All right. Then my tier 2, Braylon Allen, which Tuck talked on. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Henry at home. Big guy. You know what I'm saying? Cold weather games is something that we struggle with in running the football. And I think Braylon Allen being at Wisconsin, being that big, being that imposing with him running the football, I think that would be something that would be beneficial for the Cowboys offense. Guy that I have on my list that nobody else has, but you know what I'm saying? He's a workhorse. I don't know why nobody's talking about Blake Corum. You know what I'm saying? He's great in the gap scheme. He's great with his own scheme. You know what I'm saying? He did have a great line, but He's a workhorse.
I can tell you why.
You know why. You know why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Not Michigan, not with me. The reason why I don't have is so much mileage on him. It's a lot of he got a lot of carries in college, bro. And to me, he too similar to Deuce. That's the only reason he not high. He's bigger than Deuce, but he too much like Deuce to me. That's the only reason.
And the reason I have Blake Corum on my list is for the simple reason that y'all talked about. If all of the running backs go off the list and they have to get one, because I'm thinking day 2, like maybe round 3. Let's say they don't get a running back in round 1, they don't get one in round 2, but then they don't have a 4th round pick.
I'm taking them all day in round 3, easy.
Yeah, that's what that's where my thought process is with him. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel that.
Yeah. So Ray Davis also is a guy who can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showed him. He looked like Booker T. Washington in his picture. But yeah, Ray Davis. The only thing about Ray Davis, he's been to about 3 different places, bro. So it's just you got to ask that question, like somebody that's been that many places, even though he's as good as he is, you got to kind of wonder if there's something there. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, on the field, everything checks out. And then my sleeper, Jace McClellan out of Alabama, love him. I know Landlord gonna like that one. I feel like Jace is a one cut up the field type guy. Breaks tack. I mean, if you watch him versus Michigan, bro, I mean, you go from watching Colson to saying, "Damn, who's that running back?" You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's who it was. So Jace, I see him in the late rounds. If you got a double dip,
makes sense. I like y'all list. So we got to get out of here.
What about my list? Did you like my list?
Oh, I asked your list from the beginning. You start talking about free agents. I was like, all right, cool. What's your list?
Kalen Robinson was a free agent.
But I'm just saying.
No, I said I wanted a big back in free agency.
Yeah, then you started talking about Foreman, and I was like, all right.
Don't nobody like Will Shipley?
They just
I actually have. Wait. I do actually have
my
Will
reserves.
Shipley.
Man, Tuck got to get out of here in 10 minutes. I'm trying to get to the draft.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were going to end.
I want to say I have Will Shipley on my list if we got a big back in free agency. I did.
But who your list? So we can get to the. I want to do a simulator, at least a couple of them. You said
I had Will Shipley, Jonathan Brooks, Will Shipley, and Kalen Robinson. But I thought we'd have to go down. I'm not going to say go down to, but Kalen Robinson. Mm-hmm. If we got a big back, this is if we had a running back number 1. This is who I'm thinking would be our number 2 running back. And when I looked at Kalen Robinson, well, I'm sorry. I know you're trying to get.
No. You ain't got nothing to apologize about. You trying to? I'm trying to get everybody
I feel
on
like
record. Cause see, this is the thing. We gonna mess around and pick one of these dudes. So we gonna go back to this show. You know what I mean? We go get one of these. Somebody mentioned today who we go draft. I promise you.
Okay, well, I would just say one of my main reasons. How his vision. He's able to identify lanes and then his explosiveness. Kalen Robinson. Gotcha. Once he's able to identify those lanes, he takes off on the sidelines. And that is just something that I feel like we haven't really seen in a long time on the Cowboys. And his speed is crazy. So if we had, in free agency, I'm going to keep saying it, get a big back, then Kalen Robinson, I feel like, looking at his film, he would be a perfect match and something that we need, someone we need.
Gotcha.
Yeah, shout out to him. He from the D.M.V. too. Shout out to him.
Hey.
We forgot about them UDFA candidates too, because you know the Cowboys love them. They probably gonna have 4 UDFA running backs.
That's a whole nother subject on how we be killing them on UDFAs. Let's get some drafts in real quick because I want to test some of these theories.
Let's do it.
All right, so we gonna start.
Cowboys draft Jay
Daniels.
Let's try to get 2 in. Let's try to get 2 in.
If Washington get Caleb Williams, it's gonna be trouble.
They done set up.
Tuck, you're supposed to be on our side here.
I'm on y'all side, but
it's gonna be trouble.
Never say but.
Football fan.
I would take it. Ooh. Wait.
No, hell no. You better reject that, bro. Reject that, bro.
Hell no. That's a 2025, bro.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
20. No, that's 22. No,
Bye-bye.
no. We would get. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now reject that, bro.
Yeah, no, you better
not, with,
reject
not, not with Troy Fatano sitting right there.
Troy
You better reject it.
Give my boy a
Troy
try,
or
man.
Murphy. Troy or
I
Byron
hope
Murphy.
that we get Troy because y'all just
I'm not
love
gonna do
him.
go fast today, bro. I got to at least.
I
Look at
think the
defensive
draft
things.
experts wrong about Kool-Aid too. That's another story though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we going with Troy. So we got
Yes.
our left tackle.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's my favorite guy.
All right, yeah, that was easy. All right,
Look at
so
Xavier Worthy just gone already.
Make the Cowboys run
we
great
got to
again.
get at least 2 in before Tug, man. Got to get.
Kool-Aid went 39.
Edgerrin Cooper is gone. Boom, boom, boom.
Macaulay,
See,
Curly
ooh,
went
Cooper,
that early.
Trey
Cooper
Benson.
BB. Cooper BB is
Might
a
have
name
to.
that I would love to Dallas,
Top
bro.
guy.
All right.
Boom. There you go, Trey Benson.
I know 25.
Hell nah.
No.
You check that.
Trey all
You gonna
day.
check and see what else we got?
I'm
Wait,
thinking
I
Trey,
probably-
man. Hold
Trey
on.
all day.
Me too. I'm thinking Trey all day. Hold on, wait.
They
Hold
got
on,
check-
Michael
wait.
check
Penix
linebackers
going
real
that
quick.
late.
Let me look at the.
I just want to see
Man.
who's the linebacker.
Let's look
Jerry
at
might
receiver, too.
draft Michael Penix.
Yeah.
I would take Trey here.
Leg it. Oh wait,
I
Shipley's
think
there
I say
too.
legged right
Landlord,
here, bro.
landlord. Who do we want?
I say
We in the
legged,
second.
bro. But see, the
Bro, you
problem
know
we
I'm
still ain't
riding
got
with the
no
wide
running
receiver.
backs. We see this. You see what happened? We ain't got no running
No,
backs.
timeout, boss. We can come to a compromise, right? Y'all got y'all left tackle, which is gonna help the line.
Yeah.
You wanted that too.
Can we at least get a wide receiver?
That's what I'm saying.
But who
with
at
it.
the
Come on, man.
linebacker spot?
You
Who
can
at the
get wide
linebacker spot,
receivers
though?
later.
we got Eric Kendricks.
Oh Lord, have
Yeah,
mercy.
that's just
Xavier
one, though.
Leggett is one of my top guys. Like, period.
Bro, he's probably gonna still
Man.
be there in the third. They got him ranked at 73.
I ain't
Wow.
playing
Not for
the
us in the
simulator.
third.
I ain't playing the simulator game like that, bro. I
Not
ain't playing
for
the
us in the
odds.
If I had to
Yeah,
go,
I think
if I had to go
I'm
off this, I would go Trey. If I had to go off this,
You'll go who?
Trey
I
over.
would go
Leggett.
Trey Benson.
You
Y'all
go
act like
Trey
Trey.
over
Y'all, time out. Y'all act like Trey can't catch the ball out of the backfield.
He
Offer you
can.
just
All
in the
right,
pass.
all right,
He
guys.
can.
All right.
But
he's in
Let's
the whole
get Trey
conversation.
this
Trey
time,
ain't running
and then the
4.3
next
at
one.
6'3".
Yes,
He had a
bro.
whole
Give me the
conversation
Yes, he
conversation,
is.
bro.
Oh, not
Let's
at
get
6'3",
talking
but
about
I mean,
You
Wait,
have to
wait,
break the
He
top.
ran
We
a
got us a war right
Guys,
now. This is a
since
real
we've
life
been
war
talking
room.
about
I'm
running
saying
back-
Leggett.
Wait.
They crazy.
We've been talking
No,
about
bro.
running back, so go ahead and do running back.
Because we need it.
One.
And you don't do need over BPA. The better player is
Bro,
Leggett.
Trey,
Nah,
Leggett's
nah,
not
we need
better.
a running back. We need a running
That's
back
what
more
I'm
than we need a
saying.
receiver.
We do that.
Yeah,
I don't
Leggett's
want
not
no
a better
need.
We need
BPA
a
over
running
Trey
back
Benson,
more
though,
than we
bro.
need
Yeah,
a
I'm
receiver.
saying
She got to
Benson's
break
a
the
better-
tie because we disagree.
How are you
So-
doing
so-
BPA?
We need a
and you
running
going
back more
Leggett
than we
over
need a
Benson?
receiver.
Because I
That's what
definitely
I'm
see him
saying.
as better.
No draft board is going to have Leggett ranked over Trey
Mine.
Benson. No, bro. Like it's
Well,
no
this one
Mine
does, guys.
does.
So y'all gotta
Nah,
choose.
Is Xavier one of my top receivers in the overall whole draft?
No, bro.
We got
All
4
right.
minutes.
We'll pick him. All right, pick him. Pick him. We can go reduce it running back.
Let's
Go
go.
reduce it running back.
Yeah, we gonna let it play out. I went with Leggett. You
Lil
shouldn't have
Deuce,
yielded.
baby, Lil
You
Deuce,
shouldn't have
42
yielded.
toss.
You should have stayed
42
with your
toss
first
all
mind.
day.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go because we.
Yeah, and we finna
Y'all
get a nice
are
running back
shady.
right now, bro. We finna be fine.
Trey just went to New England.
Yeah, we wiped out.
Get wiped out.
We finna
Get
get
wiped out.
Braylon. We finna be good. We gonna have a 4-4 running back, and we gonna all celebrate. We
No,
gonna hop
no,
out.
we
There
not.
you
No,
go.
we not.
Yeah.
Wait, look at y'all.
All right, we
Look.
finna go
Yeah,
Blake,
look at
bro.
y'all.
Hey, look
We
at-
finna
look
go.
at y'all.
We finna go
Irvin right
Blake. We finna
Now
go
you gotta go
Blake,
Blake.
bro. We good.
Jalen Wright
Go
right
Jalen
now.
Wright. You have to go Jalen
Yeah,
Wright.
we going Jalen Wright, man. Good. Hey, everybody happy. Listen,
Jalen Wright,
everybody
Ray
happy.
Davis.
That was the right
Look at all them
move.
running backs still though.
That
man.
was the
Y'all
right
gotta
move.
relax.
Hey, short, man, we made the right man. I would have been fine.
We
Bro,
did.
that's what this simulator's
we did, boss.
broken,
We
dog.
made the right decision.
That boy say the simulator broken. No, it's not, bro.
No,
This is
bro,
a
it's not.
fantastic ass
Simulator.
draft, man.
Simulator broken, bro. Jalen Wright at
Tuck
87.
said this is broke.
All right,
It's
all
broken,
right.
bro.
So guess what?
Gun.
We got one
and
more.
gun.
I like this one, man. I'm a screenshot.
Who ain't happy
this.
with that draft right now?
I'm happy with this.
I
I'm
like
happy, but
it,
it's
but
not
what
gonna
about what about the
happen.
defense? What about the defensive side of the ball? We still need whole. I mean, we got to be able to stop the run too.
No, they don't care.
It's too late.
Our
This draft
defense is
over,
in shambles,
D.M.V.
man. We gotta strengthen our strength at this point.
The draft
we ain't got
over,
enough
D.M.V.
picks to fix the defense.
No, bro, Jalen Wright at 87. Just let it broken. I'll
You
take
know
it.
what?
All right, we got one more
That's
before Tuck get up out of here, man. Let's get
Not
one
gonna
more.
happen.
Man. Let's get one more.
Tug is
Yeah.
over
Alright,
here
this time-
disrespecting the simulator, man.
This
Bro, this
time,
simulator hell,
Chuck,
bro,
you the
bro.
tiebreaker this time. That's fair. All right, you the tiebreaker. All right,
Go ahead.
Cool.
All
Run
right.
it.
All right, here we go.
I put it on fast. Can you put it on fast?
My bad, bro. Let me get you out of here. You right.
I can't read that fast. I'm just kidding.
They are going a little slow. I seen every pick.
All right, landlord.
Boom. All right, let's get my boy up out of here. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, now that's too fast.
Let's
huh?
go.
Like, hey, hold your horses.
No, they going slow.
Reject that.
All right, let's go.
They going slow.
Reject that.
Good
Check.
All
grief.
right, here we go.
Chop right there, y'all.
Byron Murphy.
D.M.V. Where you at, my boy?
Man, shit, I'm
Chop
taking
Robinson
Byron
right
there.
there.
I'm taking Byron out of that group.
Oh, you got Byron right there over him.
I would take Byron out of that group just simply because if y'all look, you know how they try to get you to watch sweat tape and you go and then all of a sudden you like, damn, who is this? Like when I started first watching, I'm like, who is 90? Who is 90? He all over the goddamn field. Yeah, I would go Byron here. What you think, Tuck?
Me personally, with this, I would go probably Johnny if I'm going defensive tackle. But Chop Robinson sitting right there, bro. This gives him another.
That's what I'm
weapon
saying.
to
You
shoot.
pair him
That's
with
what
Michael
I'm saying,
Parsons.
and I
Good
knew
Lord.
it. Yep. Yeah,
I would just go with Chop Robinson.
Right.
Just go 8.
So we
you know what I'm
going
saying?
defense.
Yeah.
This we
We have
going
a
defense on
consensus.
purpose.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
I'm
because
just-
we looking at best player, and also at the same time, we had two defensive ends that's out. They
Yeah,
gone.
so we
Okay,
moved. We
true,
sent
true.
two of them out. And
But
I personally don't believe in y'all boy like some other. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to slam, so I'm going with Chop.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
agree.
mad at it because I said Edge is a sneaky need.
I agree. Perfect.
So answer
And I
me
like
this:
that we
is it because he
flexible on
kind
that,
of
too. That's a
boneheaded,
perfect,
or is it
flexible
you talk about his
pick.
ability?
Not ability wise.
That
would be-
It's just up top.
That's 2025.
That would be
man.
I would
something
take
to
this trade.
consider.
I give
Nah,
you that.
No,
I
that's
give you
2025. That's 2025, boss.
Adrian
Yeah,
Cooper.
I was
Adrian
tripping.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What?
Adrian
Nah, I ain't
Yeah.
getting no line.
why you
back
always
right
hating on Edger Cooper, Candy?
Hold on.
Why you always
I
hating
like
on
him.
Cooper?
I'm
But
not. But y'all just got
Let's see
a
the
linebacker.
receivers
Be happy
before we
with him.
commit that,
Y'all be
boss. You
y'all
on
be
my
happy
side,
with Kendrick.
boss. Let's see. Look at Leggett right there.
Nah, bro. What?
We need two linebackers. I mean,
Look
I know
at
we
running
got
backs.
overshown.
Just for the sake of it, wait. Like running
Hold
backs.
on.
That's
Let me say
hard
something
to
real
pass
fast.
up on Cooper, bro. That's a hard. Tuck
Yeah.
the tiebreaker
Hold on.
too, bro.
He
We
is
gotta
a
go with
gangster,
it.
though.
But let me say
We gotta
something
go
though.
with it.
Just because Overshown is coming back from injury, we gotta allow him to heal before we throw his ass back out there and say that's
You
our
know they're
second
gonna rush him
linebacker.
back out there, but yeah.
They
I'm
gonna
going
go
But Edgerrin Cooper is a better. If I'm being completely
He
honest,
is a
Edgerrin
gangster.
Cooper
Can
is
we
a
just
better
see who's
player.
that running back?
Yeah, better
there,
player
real
than him.
quick?
If you get Zimmer, Chop Robinson, and Adrian Cooper out the gate, okay, let's go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go crazy.
We have no running backs, but that's fine. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Y'all running back.
That's what you want.
Man,
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
with it.
Deuce Vaughn, bro.
I like
and
it too.
Malik Davis.
All right, go Adrian Cooper.
We gonna get it back next round.
I'm with it.
Yeah, because you can get Jalen Wright at 87 because it's
I like it.
broke.
I like it too. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I would be very cool with this draft so far. I would be sleeping like a baby.
I like it. So you got
And
Braylon
look,
Allen
ooh,
right there.
and
Braylon right
still
there.
Man, forget Braylon.
still.
No,
Nah, go to wide receiver. Go to wide receiver real quick.
Oh,
Where they got you?
we need a
Go to
running
wide
back.
receiver.
this ain't
We
even
need
hard.
a wide receiver.
You gotta go with
Jermaine
Xavier.
Jermaine
better.
Burton's
Jermaine
sneaking
Burton's
too,
better.
bro.
Scroll down.
But y'all
You
did
like him
Xavier
better than
last
Leggett,
time, yes? But y'all did Xavier on the first one, so you gotta do a running back.
You
then.
like
No,
Burton better
I
than
ain't gotta
Leggett?
do running back.
Yeah,
I ain't
easily.
forcing nothing.
I mean, but it's practical.
It's not
And you got-
practical.
I will
It's
say-
plenty running backs left.
Just all of the
I
running
will
backs.
say,
I was just saying
Jermaine Burton is
for
underutilized.
right.
Yeah,
And he has
Yeah.
that spark. He has that toughness, that swagger. He's a little bit different than what we have in Dallas. So
He can
that
look,
would
he
be.
got a
That's the
good catch
thing.
radius, too.
That would be a lot of anger that we don't have in Dallas.
yeah.
But I'm going with the
running back-
most explosive player. What we talking? about?
Xavier.
Yes.
But we still need a
Easily.
running back though. I would go running back.
Go
running
ahead.
back.
Man, if we can get a running back here and still get
Tuck, I don't like you
Burton.
having veto power.
Well, bro, you only go in 3 rounds, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like you limited, but
I'm kind of control freak on this shit, bro.
Yeah, get Braylon Allen. Bro,
I see.
Are you serious?
I say it, and
You
like,
get Braylon Allen? All right,
Bro,
let's
we'll
go.
take Braylon Allen over Corum and
Oh
Becky.
my god.
Yeah, there we go. Ta-da.
It's a good
That
draft.
wasn't even my
It's a
pick.
good draft. Now,
I'm
man,
on the
we
first
know
one
we
more.
should have went with
I'm on the
Xavier on
first
that,
one
bro.
side. First
We
one
should have
side.
went with Xavier. Man, I'm definitely on the
That
first
one
one.
too defensive for me, bro.
That's ugly.
All right, man. Let's give our final words so
y'all
we
too
get my boy
defensive
Tuck up out of here.
I forget landlord wide receiver.
Here's
man.
my draft right
Yes,
here.
I am. I can't help it, Tuck.
You want all wild. You want Dak throwing.
We gonna
60
go
times
deeper
a game.
next week. What
He
we talking
is,
about
though.
next week? Well, let's set it now. What we talking about next week?
Can I at least say this one statement? I swear I'm done. Do y'all realize that Mike McCarthy is going to throw the ball? He is.
That's what we should have picked
always thrown
Xavier.
the ball,
I
Tuck.
agree.
He's always thrown it.
Say we was
So
right
let's
on that,
not act
landlord.
like I
Landlord,
can
we
say-
was
I can-
right.
Yeah, I'm saying I can see that you don't want him to, but I'm trying to protect ourselves from ourselves.
I agree.
He is going to
throw the ball,
He's going
and
to
it
throw
was
the
too
ball.
many running backs left. We shouldn't have. Man, we should have went with the best receiver right there.
Look, he said y'all won't.
So y'all think in the draft we need a wide
He is
receiver
gonna
before
throw
we need a
60.
running back?
Man, let's give our final
Whether
words,
we want
man.
him to or not, so he's gonna throw the ball. I'm telling you that right now. He is. So might as well give him something to help him out.
We did a whole show on running backs and was going to pass up on all of them for a
Yeah,
wide
because
receiver.
there was a lot left.
Because here's why I mean, if you're gonna get a wide receiver, go get you one. If you're gonna get one of those like Xavier Leggett, don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Xavier Leggett is one.
He's not one of those ones.
He's
not
one of
Mitchell.
those
He's not a
ones.
Brian
Yes, he
Thomas.
is,
He's not
to
a
me.
Keon Coleman. He's not even better than Javon Baker.
Yeah.
Who probably sit there and got at UCF. Like,
Man,
you know
we
what I'm saying?
just see it different on that one. We gonna see how it play out in the league because I see it totally different.
Yeah, because I
see
think
it
you know
totally
it all comes out later on though.
And here's the thing. CeeDee Lamb, after he gets paid, he's going to be our number one wide receiver. He's going to be our number one option. Then you got Jake Ferguson. Then you got Brandon Cooks returning. So
Yeah, our
anybody
offense
coming,
still good. Our offense still good.
Anybody coming
I
is
just
gonna
would have
be
took the best
putting-
player right there.
I'm
But
drafting
it's
like Cooks on
about
this.
see, it's also about how you see the player. If you see that dude as that's my dude, I'm gonna be higher. You know what I mean? If you kind of like,
I understand your logic there.
yeah. So anyway, let's
But
get to
we
these
still need
final
running back.
words, man. Let's go with you, Tuck, since you finna get out of here.
Yeah, my final word, man, it's just like, listen, Cowboys Nation, we frustrated right now, but there's still work to do. Hopefully the Cowboys get more involved in free agency and do some work, and we can continue to do this draft content, and we're gonna be here for y'all and keep rocking, man. So that's my final word. Appreciate
What
y'all.
we doing next week? What's our position next week?
Tight end. No, we should go edge rusher, man.
I agree.
I'm about building
That's
deep.
perfect.
I'm about building a
I like
defense.
that.
Let's go
bro.
edge.
This
Let's go
defense is
edge, bro.
broken, and a lot of people just kind of shooing over it. Our defense is broken right now. We
Right.
got a lot of
Yeah. We gotta go edge
That's
next
an
week.
interesting take what Tuck said about Sam too. I like, we don't do the hive-minded stuff over here. So he said he don't see Sam like we see him. I mean, like he said, you
I
did
don't
say
either.
that it
I don't
was
either.
because of the boneheadedness. Okay,
Mhm.
DMV,
Yeah.
what is it for you? Is it his ability or is it his mentality? What he show on the field?
It's his mentality we show on the field, bro.
I can give y'all that. I can't even argue.
It's a
that. I
walking
can't argue
15-yard penalty at the wrong time, bro.
Right.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of growing
So
up to do with that responsibility.
We dealt with Randy Gregory for years though. We did.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's our final
And he
word,
not-
landlord? This ain't this ain't to make the case for Sam Williams.
My bad,
Tommy.
my bad.
What's your final
I ain't
words,
making
big
no
dog?
case for him because, hey, he is kind of boneheaded, but I like his ability. But my final word would be, hopefully the Cowboys go ahead and, engage in some more serious talks with Dak Prescott for they so we can get some free agents, man. We got to make some moves. Like I said, we didn't make the first move, which is to restructure and extend people so we can have some money to play in free agents. So once we make that move, that could be the first domino, I feel like. Once we get that done, man, maybe we can still try to find some type of good players to come in here and fill some of these voids. And, if all else fails, we trust Will McClay. Hopefully he can pull off another miracle for us and draft some all-pros in the 5th round, Deron Blandish type vibes. Hopefully we might have to just pray for something like that because it felt like a lot of these teams got much better. And I know some of y'all don't agree with me, but I don't feel like we did. So that's my final word. Hopefully we can just get better, and do the right things instead of all this extreme craziness and behaving like the Joneses.
My final word is, man.
Yeah.
My final word is, I'm trying to do my best to be sober, because how many of us had a pet cat that got away and then it affected us emotionally, and then we find out later it worked out? You know what I mean? That is the pattern of the Dallas Cowboys. It was a time we got rid of Mo Claiborne, Carr, Heat, not Heat, Church. So we walked into the offseason with 3 needs, and we filled all of them in one draft. We filled all of them, and we was fine. So it's one of those things that free agency, the start of it, is lame as hell. And we expected it, right? It's putting pressure on Will McClay, as we expected, But at the same time, Will McClay does have a great track record. So I'm still waiting it out. I'm disappointed in the start. Stephen Jones getting on my nerves. I do feel like he's too conservative. I definitely feel, and looking at his pattern, he has a disdain for free agents. I wish he didn't, because I think it's hurting us from going and doing the things that could put us over. And I don't even think it's that much, because I don't even think it's about big name free agents. He don't like free agents, period. So I'm just hoping that Will McClay just hit all home runs and find the run Blands in the 5th round, because that's what kind of stuff it's going to take for us to get over the hump, man. That's my final word.
My final word is, I hope we get Dak's contract squared away, like Landlord was saying, and we can make some moves in free agency, some much needed moves. And I do hope that one of those is getting at least one good running back in free agency, because Lord knows what's going to happen in the draft. That's just the facts of it. And it's a waiting game right now with the Cowboys, obviously, but it doesn't have to be if they make the right and smart decisions right now. So hopefully they make moves sooner than later. That's my final word.
All right, y'all. So everybody, you guys know that I played running back in college. So running back is a position that is very, very near and dear to me. I know that West Coast has his slogan where he has his campaign where it says "Run the damn ball." Well, my slogan is running backs matter. And if you look over the course of the final 4 teams last year, running backs and linebackers made a comeback. And as you can see, running backs went the first day on free agency, first and second day, because teams are starting to see that getting the right back could mean everything. Everybody says these things when they ain't never, taking a carry, that you can put an average running back behind the O-line, a good O-line, and it'll work. No, that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? When you get a special guy back there, you know what I'm saying, they can make miracles, and it can make it real easy on your quarterback, which we have not had in a couple of years. So being that we don't have a 4th round pick, I think that it's imperative that we get the right running back one in here, since we aren't going to go the free agency route of cream of the crop. So say it with me now, y'all. Final word: running backs matter. Appreciate
running
y'all,
backs
and
matter.
That's my time.
Running backs matter, man. I stand with you on that, man. Very good final word. And obviously, man, appreciate everybody. It's next week. Let's go.
Let's get it.
That's gonna mess around and be the pick too. Watch.
Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Sneaky. Or a cornerback.
Yeah. Nah, I don't see corner. Not with Jordan Lewis signed back. But you right.
That's all lately. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals. I make the deal. Have to take it to.
And if it was up to me, if it was up to little old me to make a pick, it would probably go a little something like this. And with the 17th pick of the 2020 Dallas Cowboys NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select CeeDee Lamb. Oh.
DJ Tucker used to be with the receiver. I see that.
Hey, landlord. I'm surprised though, bro. I'm real life surprised, landlord. I'm surprised that you.
Bro, they done made so many holes. They done made so many holes. Gotta be irresponsible.
Right. I wasn't expecting that out of you though today though, bro. I really wasn't. Just being honest, you know.
I'm just saying, listen, they did nothing in free agency. You know, my stimulations was free agency first.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't do that. Though. It'll be irresponsible now.
Here's the thing. Nobody signed Tyron, bro. Which I thought he would have been gone. Nobody signed him.
Sign him back, bro.
You signed him back.
Hell no.
I see why he's saying that.
Sign him back. Look, do you want 40% of your line being new, boss? Sound like you do. You don't think that's a problem?
You want answers?
One person make a missed block, your season over.
It almost was over.
It's all fake news. Look, it's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Tyler missed a block and Dak was out for 5 weeks.
Facts. As a rookie.
Yep.
And you know Tyler a gangster rookie. We talking about UDFA.
So what do I think of Tyron Smith coming back?
Don't push no other sound effect.
Oh, you know I hate that one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I forgot.
Hated it.
Let me hit another one.
You are fake news.
She said hated it.
She hit the living color.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so no.
You lucky I ain't got my
I'm not with the progress stopping. I don't want no more progress stop from Tyron Smith. Hell no.
Oh, hell no.
So
hey, we gotta have progress to stop. We gotta have progress to stop. We ain't
man, you ain't gonna do it. We ain't doing it.
We ain't seen no progression.
Man, stop. We ain't doing
man.
it. Ooh, you lucky the show ended. You lucky. Because, ooh, I would now this fight, I would destroy you. Man. You lucky we ended the show. You lucky. You lucky.
Go hard. Go